All right, friends, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I am really excited to go through my gut cleanse story and let me make myself a little cleaner there. But I have been through a crazy journey with my gut, and I mean, my whole entire life I've struggled with weight loss, but when I went to heal my gut, weight loss wasn't even on my idea. I knew that it like could happen. The book that I was using said weight loss on it, more energy, but it really wasn't my plan. So I'm gonna kind of go back all the way to the beginning because my gut issues start way more than just weight problems and eating problems, right? So I had twins May 17th, 2017, and right after having twins, I started to have a lot of hormone things going on, and that affects your mind, which affects your gut. I get a lot of stress in my gut, so that was a big thing. I was thankful because I was able to go back on my omeprazole, which is medication for heartburn, because I was been on that forever. I've been on that for like, I don't know, 10 years. I've always had like terrible heartburn later in my 20s. So I was on this medicine, and when I was pregnant, I couldn't go on it. And I wanted that more than a margarita. I swear, when I was pregnant, I just wanted my medicine because it supported my heartburn, right? So I had twins, and I had a very really good pregnancy, and they were really healthy the whole time. They basically just like ate everything inside me. So I lost, when I got pregnant, I actually lost like 25 pounds, 30 pounds the first like 6 weeks because I didn't know I was pregnant, and they were literally just eating me alive. So don't worry, I quickly gained all that weight back. Like I said, I had twins. So I had twins, and the maximum I think I was pregnant with twins. My twins were 6'2" and 6'4". I carried them 38 weeks to a scheduled C-section. Yep. And my twins are actually conceived separately. They're conceived 3 days apart. That is a crazy hormone story. Come to my hormone class. Yeah, girl. So I gave birth to these beautiful twins, right? And definitely my postpartum depression unfortunately started immediately, but really focusing on my gut, what happened was I started getting these horrible episodes where I would have to go to the bathroom, and then I would feel like I was getting sick, and then I would not be able to stop like at all, just getting sick. And it was really kind of scary at times. This happened like on and off, and I like was convinced. I was like, I had a C-section and they put everything up there wrong. Like they messed me all up. Like, what did they do? Like, I really thought that they just cut me open, took the babies out, and were like, and like didn't put my stomach back together correctly. I don't know, right? I'm no doctor. So this is just my story. So yeah, like throwing up. So I was throwing up, and I was like getting sick on the bathroom to where like I had to like have a garbage in front of me. It was terrible. And then to the point where I was like, all right, I want to get in the shower, because when you feel like that, like maybe some like hot or cold, and then the hot or cold water would help me. And it really got to a point where there were some days where I would just get sick and maybe just go get sick and be done and just have a really bad stomach ache or something, and heartburn. And then there were other days where I would get sick and I would have to like literally sit in the shower until we had no hot water, just to make that hot cold water to make me feel better. There were things that got so much worse, you guys. Every month this happened. At least that happened to me. Those stomach episodes happened to me at least 5 times a week. The whole shower thing, that happened to me at least 2 or 3 times a week. I would get so sick, and when you are throwing up and losing those many body fluids at once, you're losing a lot of electrolytes, and my hands would actually start to cramp up. Literally, I would be sitting on the toilet getting so sick, and my hands, and I were like this, and I could not move them. I was like paralyzed. And at this point, like I said, I have high anxiety. So I'm like, oh my God, like freaking out. So there were times where I got to the point where I literally thought I was dying. Take me to the hospital. Where we live an hour away from the hospital, you guys. It's no fun. taking me to the hospital at least once a month. You guys, I was in the hospital. My husband had to drive me. I was screaming. I would like get paralyzed. He would get freaking out because I'm like, what's wrong with me? There were times where he at one point had a job that he worked really late nights and he couldn't get to me in time. So sometimes like I had to call an ambulance. I literally had to call an ambulance, just like take me. One time I was like, okay, I can do it. I got the kids in the car. You guys, I was so sick. It was once a month and I was like waiting for it to happen. Like, when is this going to happen? Okay, it happened like in a couple weeks, waiting for it to happen. And sometimes it happened more than that. I had to go to the hospital more than that. So it was super frustrating that I couldn't get a grip on what was going on. One time I tried to, like I said, drive myself. So I got my babies were like, maybe like, you know, this was going on for a couple years. So I want to say maybe like 2, maybe 1.5, 2, not 2, 1.5-ish, right? They were, and I got them in the car and I drove down Bailey, and I got to kind of like maybe like 10 minutes down the road, there's like a school, and I was like, I will literally kill myself and my children in this car. I am in so much pain. I had to call an ambulance, leave my car on the side of the road, tell Jesse to just not come home, meet me at the hospital. And the EMTs had to literally get me and put my baby's car seats in the ambulance. Like, it was horrible. This is not something I want to do every month. Like, this is not something I want to do every month. Like, is this, like, why is this happening to me? And they couldn't figure it out. That was crazy. It was, they didn't know what was wrong. I was told, we don't know what's wrong with you, so you have IBS. What? Well, doesn't that mean that something's wrong with me? I'm so confused. So, I mean, it was just like medicine after medicine, after this, after test, after test, and nothing. Yeah, and I mean, like, stress maybe contributed, but like I don't know what was going on, and it was really, really hurting my mind too. So I had already used like essential oils just for aromatherapy, and I knew some you can ingest, and she said get peppermint oil. I was like, okay, like I want it like right away. I have this stuff at home, but like I want it right away. So I got some from the pharmacy, which don't ever do that. Don't ever get your essential oils from like a store, or don't get them unless they're from Young Living, okay? Because they are not quality. Young Living is a premium essential oil, seed to seal, where they do not put toxins down to the roots of their plants. So that is a big thing. And that's one thing. So I got the peppermint oil and they were like, just drink this, like, see, I'm like, all right. It tasted good, and but like, it literally did nothing. I was like, but I'm still, they're like, oh, how's the peppermint oil? I'm still going to the hospital. I'm still coming to see you all the time. I'm still calling, complaining about how I feel like there is maybe a triplet in there eating me inside. Like, I don't know what's going on. What is, like, did you forget one and it's pissed off at me inside? I don't know what's going on with my stomach. Like, I was just thinking of all these like silly, crazy ideas. Like, they put my stomach back wrong, or there was a third one they forgot in there and it's messing me up. And like, it was just everything, like, trying to dumb it down, I guess, with humor. Right. So, oh my goodness. So I finally said enough is enough, right? Enough is enough. And I spoke to my friend Michelle, and she goes, why don't you just try Digize oil in a shot glass of water? I'm like, because it smells gross. Why would anyone make that oil? And at this time, I was like, all into the aromatherapy, and these essential oils, they smell so good, right? But why would you put, hey, this is peppermint right here, you guys. Oh, I feel so much energized right now. This is Digize. It doesn't smell good and it doesn't taste good, right? Yeah, Michelle is amazing. She knows so much about this gut health too. And I said, you know what? Literally, what do I have to lose? The fact that I don't like this one shot glass of water with essential oil that I'm taking every day. Like, what do I have to lose? I'm already so miserable with my stomach. So that's what I did. I put a shot glass of water. Well, first I did a whole glass of water. Don't do that. Just do a shot glass. I did a shot glass, 1 drop of Digest essential oil in it. I never went back to the hospital for my issues. I was on 3 medications 3 times a day. And within 7 months, I was on no medications. And I was not going to the hospital. I was not complaining to my doctors. Yeah, I'd have stomach aches here and there. I wasn't cramping up, paralyzing myself from losing all those electrolytes. Right, what did I say, 6 or 7 months. I didn't do cold turkey. I just did the Digest, and then I started removing some medication in the middle of the day because it was harder for me to remember to take it. And then I started to remove medication, like at night or in the morning. And that's what I did, right? I was still on my omeprazole for my heartburn. I still had that. But like, holy crap, for me, this freaking little bottle replaced how many hospital visits, how many ambulances and effing bills, this literally replaced that for me. This is amazing to me. This little oil called Digest that smells like ass. It does. It doesn't smell good. No. But I don't care. 1 drop. And in 6 to 7 months, you guys, I mean, could you imagine if I went through that for years? I'm someone who has to work on my mental health every day. Oh, for years, I couldn't do that. So Digest is my gateway oil. And what I mean by that is I knew that these things work and these products work. And I went for more. So now my gut's pretty, kind of like physically healed, right? I'm still overweight. I still have like eating things. I still have stress, right? But that whole get me out of the hospital, right? So I started removing toxins, which, not just in my food, my cleaning products. Actually, my food was one of the last toxins I removed. So we started doing a ditch and switch, removing my cleaning products, hair, makeup, hair, laundry, all these things, because toxins do so much to destroy and break down your endocrine system, and that affects your sleep, your weight, your hormones, your thyroid, name it, head to toe. That's what head to, not too much your lower, but head to privates. That's your endocrine system. So it affects all those things, right? So I started removing toxins, and was pretty successful. We really started strengthening our immune system. And then COVID came, right? So we had to change some things up in our routine, obviously. And my husband is high risk due to heart issues and respiratory things. So we knew that he was high risk. So we were very diligent about that. Have been for almost a year. Woo! So I knew that, health-wise I'm pretty good, but obesity is still something that can make you high risk, right, to COVID. So I didn't want both of us to be high. I don't want anyone to be high risk, any of us, but I don't know. So at this point, I've always tried to lose weight my entire life. So this is maybe after my whole Digest, awesome, great. I'm not in the hospital or anything, off of the medicines. This is maybe about a year and a couple months later, which is around this time last year, right? Winter, spring 2020. COVID hit, and I started doing more workouts at home, things like that. And it wasn't just it was just more just keep busy. We started going hiking more and things like that. And it was, just keeping busy. I'm not a big person to work out, and I definitely am not a big eating healthy person. I've tried everything, I feel like, and nothing's really worked for weight loss for me, or if I've lost it and then I've gained it back, and it really puts an emotional toll on me. So I just don't do it. Right. So at this point, for my gut, I'm using, my Diageise oil, and I'm not even putting it in a shot glass anymore. I'm actually just putting it in some, these are veggie capsules. I just put it in there, and I take that. I take a probiotic at night. Probiotics are really, really important, no matter when you take them, but probiotics are super important if you're looking for probiotics. They have like the pixie stick kind of ones, they're good, but I take Life 9 probiotic. That's what's helped me. So this is where COVID's going on, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever, we can do this 2 weeks. Oh, all right, a month. All right, cool. All right, 2 months, whatever. And, I realized it was June 2020. And all I do is, I have sporadic work hours. I'm like, oh, I'm going downstairs to do a video. I'm going down to do this at this time for this half hour, for this hour, for this 20 minutes. I didn't have like set work hours. I didn't have like chunks of time. I just did things randomly. And every time I went down or went to do a video call or went to do something for work, I would grab a bag of chips, maybe a soda. I'd grab some Swiss rolls. You guys ever have Swiss rolls? They're good. I'd grab some chocolate, whatever, if there was chocolate, or I'd grab, I don't know, a Hot Pocket, right? Whatever. Okay. When she goes down, this was 6 times a day, 7 times a day. I was doing this to myself, to the point where, my husband sat me down and he goes, where are all the chips and these things we just bought the other day, like last week? And I was just like, well, I just have one when I go down there. He's like, you're going down there 5 or 6 times a day, like 7 sometimes. And I was just like, he was like, honey, you guys, like, I literally ate like those fun size bags of, like, they come in like a 24 pack. I ate them in like a week. Like, it was so bad. I think there were times I knew what I was doing, and like sometimes I would just get so depressed and like with life that I would literally sit there and like eat and cry. I would hide chocolate and I would hide food. I would go out to I don't know, get something from whatever drive through, and like hide the garbage, because I knew that I was slowly killing myself with food. And at this point, I've been through so many hormonal things. I use frankincense oil under my tongue. I use CBD oil under my tongue. If I'm not consistent with these, my mind's not right. And I wasn't being consistent with them. A couple days here, a couple days there. No, I have to be consistent. So it was really bad. So I realized that I was just eating crap, and it was to the point where that's what I was eating. So I would make dinner with my family, and then I would not eat dinner with them. I mean, I would sit there and like not eat, and then I would eat all this other crap after dinner. It was so bad that like something had to be done. Like, so I saw a functional doctor, because I was just like, I'm literally killing myself with food. Like, this is so bad that like I've always had self-control issues, and this is not something that I'm going to be able to do like by myself. Like, I can't do it by myself. I need something. Like, I need help. I need structure, because I'm killing myself with food. Like, so I spoke to a functional doctor. What a functional doctor does is they look to see where the problem's coming from. So not like, okay, your head hurts, here's this for your head. Your stomach hurts, here's this for your head. Okay, your stomach hurts, why does your stomach hurt? So the first thing she told me was the omeprazole that I've been raving about because of my heartburn was destroying my gut. So going to these doctors all these years, and they're telling me you don't know what's wrong with your gut. It's the medicine you gave me. So your omeprazole is restoring your gut. But even if you stop that, you still have a bad mind and gut connection, right? So that was my thing. Even though I wasn't going to the hospital, I wasn't, my digestion was still helping. I had a really, really bad mind and gut connection. Mind and gut connection is huge. Huge. You may not hold your stress in your gut. You may hold it in your head or your back or your neck or knees or whatever, but it is huge. So she said to me, get this book, read it, do the recipes. I said, ha! I don't diet or read books. Like, if it's a children's book, I'll read it. But I don't diet really or read books. I've been trying to read more. It's a good, healthy habit. She just laughed and she goes, just do the recipes. Just look at the recipes, do the recipes for 28 days, stick to it. And I was like, well, what about this? I was like, well, I eat ice pops. I eat a lot of like ice pops. So I said, like, what about this? I can freeze these. And she goes, what is that? I'm like, it's wolfberry juice. She's like, yes, wolfberry is literally goji berry juice. Goji berry, wolfberry, same family. She's like, is amazing. Don't ever stop drinking that. Just keep going, drink more of it. I was like, okay. So it's like, well, I have this book. I'm going to get this book. And I looked at the recipes and there's no cheese and there's no bread and there's no potatoes and corn. So I was like, F, this is never going to happen. Because those are all my favorite foods. So I know I've been learning at this time. It's probably early July and I've been doing a lot of learning about changing your mindset. And what is this bukkake crap about changing your mindset? And my friend Ruby K, she's like, change your mindset. She's so amazing. If you don't know Ruby K, connect with her. But she is so amazing. She's like, just doing all this mindset change. And she talks about when nothing's going right, she's like, but I have a nose. I still have a nose, right? Some people don't have a nose. Some people can't even use their nose. I have ears. Some people can't hear of their ears. I have eyes. Some people can't see out of their eyes, right? She is amazing. So now I really needed to change my mindset, right? So I actually listened to Mel Robbins 54321 on YouTube and kept listening to it. And then I started finding more videos, kept listening to them, finding more videos, started drinking more MindWise every day. I drank this for, about like 20 days straight, 30 days straight, 25, I think. I didn't really count, but it was between 20 and 30 days straight, about a month. I drink this every day. I'll put it in smoothies or just drink it like this. It's amazing brain supporting blend. And it helped me. And then now I just use it as is. But, so that's what I did was I needed to get my mindset right. I also needed to realize that I wanted to change, because if you want to do something, but you don't want to see a change, then it's not going to be as successful. Right. Or if you want to do something, but you don't know why you're doing it, right? Find your why. Why are you doing something? My why was I'm literally killing myself with food. I want to be able to play with my kids and not lose my breath. Right? I don't want to develop more obesity or heart problems or anything. That was my why. And I definitely wanted it. I wanted to change. I really, really wanted to change because I was effing miserable. I was miserable. So that's what I did. I changed my mindset. I just did a lot of listening to videos, working, checking out. Like, I am not going to lie to you guys. I've never read this entire book. Nope. The recipes I almost know to a T. What to eat, what not to eat. I know a lot about removing toxins. But I have not read this to a T, right? So, am I following this gut cleanse 100%? No, but that is part of me. I don't do anything that someone tells me to do exactly. I do my own thing, and I'm just stubborn, and that's all right. So I changed my mindset. And I said, all right, I'm starting this day, I'm starting that day. And I didn't just change my mindset, I planned things out, okay? So I planned out my meals, I planned out my grocery list, I went through the recipes, I looked at ones I wanted to try, and I wrote them down, right? I made a whole kind of schedule so that I was prepared and I wasn't like overwhelmed. I made sure I stocked up on my Ningxia so that I was freezing one of these a day and having these as a snack or something. So I was not actually planning to lose weight when I started this. I was planning to change my habits to make healthier choices and to gain more energy. But this book says something about weight loss, lose energy. So I said, fine, take a picture of my fat ass before and then we'll see what this does, right? That's what I said to my husband. Take a picture of me. We took like 8 pictures. I was like, not this spot on the wall. Move the laundry basket. Come on. Move the dog out of here. So ridiculous. You can't, it's just get in the mirror and snap a selfie. All right. Don't make anyone do it for you. So no, I'm just kidding. So I said, whatever, I'll take this before picture. So that's what I did. I changed my mindset and I stuck to this for 28 days. I drank my Ningxia Red. Now here's the thing. Changing your mindset isn't something you stop. It's a continuous thing you're doing every single day for the rest of your life. If the rest of your life, every day you're not waking up to be a better person, I don't know what you're doing. If you don't wake up and say, I can do better today, right? I'm awesome. I can do better today. What are you doing? You got to change your mindset because everyone needs to do something better every day, right? Listen to something every day to make yourself better. Right? Maybe it's a, I don't know, a voicemail from me saying, you're effing awesome every day. Who knows? You might not want to hear that every day all the time, right? You are effing awesome, Pam. Effing, I don't know. I just made that up. But listen to something every day to make yourself a better person. I want to make myself a better person every day. And it's not just for me. It's for my family and my team and my kids and, so change your mindset. I still worked on that mindset change, right? Pam, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. And drank this. So I did it. I did 28 days and I said, I'm going to have so much Easy Mac on day 29. I'm going to have soda. I'm going to have Easy Mac. All right, I'm not going to do a crazy because I don't want to get sick. But day 29, day 29, the last 2 days of my cleanse, I was in my parents' condo I was doing a virtual retreat that I had won. So that was like my celebration. Day 29, I was alone and I woke up, right? I had oatmeal because I got oatmeal that day. And I was so excited to eat my box of Easy Macaroni cheese. And you guys, I didn't eat it. Day 29, I was like, I'm going to eat this. I didn't eat it. I was like, I'm going to eat it. Because this changed my mind. It craved me. Yeah, I think I ate it. I got home and I made it for the kids for lunch a couple of days later and I had a few bites and I was satisfied. But you guys, this whole time I was even I'm going to eat this whole box of macaroni and cheese this day and I didn't do it. So that I did what I wanted to do. I changed my mindset. I definitely gained more energy. If you listened to me freaking 8 months ago, oh my gosh, half of you would have probably left this call because it would have been boring as F. Because I was like, now I feel way better. So, and then I looked on the scale and I had seen my weight drop here every few days because I'm like, I have to weigh my stomach. I have to do this. I have to know right now. Whatever, that's just me. I saw 3 pounds, 6 pounds, 2 pounds, and I was like, oh my gosh, I might lose some weight. I lost 22.2 pounds in 28 days. And I was just like, I have never lost this much weight in my entire life. I did Weight Watchers one time. I lost about 18 pounds in 3 months. It came all back. I was also in college. Don't try and lose weight in college. Just drink and try and do it after. No, I'm just kidding. Right? Stick to plans. So I was super excited for myself, but also well, what is this going to do? Am I just going to pile it back on? So I did it. I did it. I did 28 days. I was super excited. I lost 22 pounds. Definitely saw a big difference. And then I started realizing that I was starting to like even like lose weight. I was having more energy, and I just like dairy, right? I stopped taking my omeprazole through this gut cleanse, and I started to realize that dairy, when I had too much dairy, if I had like a bunch of milk, a bunch of cheese, then I would get heartburn. So now I'm not even on my omeprazole that was ruining my gut, because I'm just minimizing my dairy intake. I still have dairy. Hello, I'm Italian. I am eating cheese, but I am minimized. I used to be someone who would open the big side of the Parmesan cheese and dump it on, right? Now I open the holes of the Parmesan cheese and poke little holes in there so it doesn't come out as much. Like, I milk, I don't really drink cow's milk anymore. I drink almond or coconut milk. So it's just like things like that. Like, I'd prefer to have like an ice pop than an ice cream now, or like one of the, or a Ningxia. So it's just, it changed my habits. So I realized, all right, let's do this again. And I said, let me like do this with other people. Like, this is not easy to do by yourself. I had a lot of these resources. I said, let's do this. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I changed my mindset. I'm going to teach people about this, and because it's really important. And it's very important to me to help people change their mindset, because if you don't have a good mindset, it can destroy you. It can really, really destroy you. So getting that is key, right? So I did it a second time, and this time I did not drink Ningxia every day. This time I drank, I was drinking an ounce in the morning and then 2 of these. The first time I was only drinking an ounce in the morning and maybe these once in a while. And I would also have Ningxia Nitro sometimes. This is really good for like before workouts or help your cognition. And I seriously only lost 11 pounds that time, which is still really awesome, right? 11 pounds in 28 days. But I was just like, wow, I lost double the weight when I was drinking Ningxia. But also you have more weight to lose. So I thought that was maybe it. So Christmas and my birthday came around, and I'm not going to lie, I did fall back into some bad eating habits, not to where I was sneaking food or like bringing it down to like my computer to like eat, but like, I would eat sweets and things like that, or I would have like 2 sweets. But I noticed like Christmas time, no matter how many people are here, we have a big buffet, no matter if it's 4 of us or 14 of us. I was literally always that girl that would fill my tray up, my dessert tray up to the top, like 2 or 3 of everything, and go sit down. And I swear maybe I had like 2 or 3 things on my plate this year. Not 2 or 3 of everything, 2 or 3 things on my plate this year. And that's all I wanted and all I needed. So I want to say maybe around, I gained maybe 1 or 2 pounds back between Christmas and New Year's, my birthday, and but at the same time, it wasn't a significant amount, right? I still felt like I was managing my weight really well. But what I did notice that I needed this gut cleanse again, because my mind wasn't really going right. My mind was kind of dipping back to where I was thinking a lot of negative things and getting kind of depressed and things like that. So I have known now, I've done this twice, that it doesn't just help my gut or help me lose weight, but it helps my mind. So I've done it again, and we have 11 days left. There's a bunch of us doing it. Some people are just like Pam, doing awesome, not eating pretzels and drinking some extra water, and she's lost weight. Some people are also doing it to a T, right? I'm doing it to a T. I've lost about 13 pounds this time. We have about 11 days left. So I'm super excited, and I'm more excited to even share this with other people, because this is not something that I posted, I've lost 51.8 pounds from July 30th to today. That's significant for me. I've had weight problems my entire life. My entire life. Um, so it's not just a number, it's the fact that I was just able to do that and I was able to keep it off, right? And I've been changing my habits and it's better, right? I'm still, I still have naughty little snacks here and there, but it's not 5 or 6 times a day. So that is kind of my story, guys. Seriously, that is it. And it's not ending. But that is my story, my gut story till now. This is actually the first time I've been able to share about how much weight I've lost. So it's very exciting to me. And I think having accountability and support is just phenomenal. So, I am going to open this for the next few minutes. If anyone have questions, or if anyone has questions, you can come live or you can just type it in the chat. Let me know. But this is recorded, and if someone needs to hear this, send it to you. And I don't want people that are just thinking about weight loss. Mindset change, you guys, it does something. It really does something. It can really, really help people get out of certain situations. The strategy I use, Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to count backwards when you're feeling kind of stressed or things like that. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning, and that's what I heard. I heard a video and it was like, it was the first time in 3 months and I got out of bed in the morning, and I was like, I have to listen to this video, and I did. And I mean, even in that video, she talks about a man who was going to board a ferry, a veteran who was so bad with PTSD, and he went to go jump off this ferry to kill himself. And he said he thought of this method 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he stepped back and saved his life. And I think that changing my mindset saved my life. I think this gut cleanse helped. Yes. Ningxia Red helps. Yes. But the mindset is so powerful. It's so powerful. And it's not easy. That's the hardest part. A lot of people ask, how hard were my workouts? How hard was it to do these recipes or this gut cleanse? It was not the hard part. The hard part was telling myself that I can do it, because I haven't told myself for that for a very long time. Right? My aunt's not on here, but I'm going to give a shout out to her. My aunt has also struggled with this her whole life. And she did her day 1 today, and I heard the things that she was eating, and I'm so freaking proud of her. She only has 27 days left. Think of that. Seriously, think of that. It's only 27 days left. Oh, I can't do this for 28 days. But what if that 28 days added years to your life? What if that 28 days made you happier? What if that 28 days, I don't know, made you play blocks with your kids for an extra 5 minutes without huffing and puffing? I'm still huffing and puffing. They're freaking twins. Right? But yeah, I mean, it's so powerful, you guys. And I really, really thank you guys all for coming on tonight. I've checked out who's on tonight, and I'm going to do a little gut raffle. You're going to get some of my favorite stuff, some nitro, some Ningxia, some Mindwise, some Digize oil, that stinky, stinky Digize oil, right? So one of you guys, I'm going to do a little raffle after this, and I'll let you guys know. But if no one has any questions or comments, if you're trying to get into the chat, scroll down on your computer, hit chat, or go to your phone, hit the 3 little buttons, and you can hit chat. But yeah, man, I want to just really thank you guys. I'm going to start recording.